Oh man, I did it again. I started my stream with the mic muted. Hey everyone, Commander Josh Hawkins here. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Solar Expanse. We are going to do something a little different today. I did get early access to Solar Expanse, so big shout out to the devs for the key. Thanks so much, folks. But just to be clear, this is not a sponsored video. I'm going in completely blind here. Probably going to break the game. They did tell me that this is not the actual early access release, so they said that one is much cleaner and more stable. I don't know if I'll be praising the game or breaking the game, but feel free to question me in chat and all of my life choices along the way. This is not your typical space game. It's a full-on space economy simulator, so we're talking planning real missions all across the solar system. There's cost management, fuel, cargo, all the fun stuff that NASA probably loses sleep over every single day. And we'll be using things like launch windows and something called porkchop plots. Yes, that's a thing. It sounds way smarter than anything I'm qualified for, obviously. We're going to be building out colonies, mining asteroids, trading resources, and eventually maybe even potentially terraforming entire planets. So we're going to figure this out together. This is going to be a first impressions, first mistakes, most likely, maybe even some financial collapse in here. And I'm ready to get into it. So how about you? Let's see what we got to do here. Just followed. Hey, thanks for joining, Synaptic Noise. Yes, I am a nerd. Thank you very much. All right, folks, let's get into Solar Expanse and see what the hell this is all about. At the forefront of the private sector in aerospace, SolX. Hang on, let me move my mic here for a second. SolX has been making strides thanks to their first truly reusable launch vehicles. While they're undoubtedly revolutionized the industry, can they sustain their grand ambitions? Okay, starts with reusable launch vehicles technology. All right. Realistic solar system. So this is our solar system. Same as the one I've got right there. I guess this is where we're starting. This is the new game. We're going to be starting in our solar system. I love that they got Pluto on there. It looks like they have it listed as a planet. Early exploration 2020. The expansion 2040. Okay, so we can't do anything but early exploration. That's where we're going to start. With many new competitors going into space, both private and national second space races coming out, looking not merely to explore the frontier or put a man on Mars or woman, but to reap the riches of the solar system. From planetary bases and asteroid mines, a new space economy shall be born. Can you secure your place in it? Well, I guess we'll find out. My shirt looks like the carpet at the movie theaters. Yeah, except they don't have like space stuff on. It's just the same colors, right? All right, let's hit start our next here. Okay, we start off with 5 million space bucks. Starting resources generous. Okay, that's not a thing I can choose. Enable tutorial, yes, I think we're definitely going to need that. Rival corporations, NASA, CNSA, ESA. Oh, hey. Okay, there's a little bit of competition in here. Sure, why not? Let's just put everything in there. We'll put the European Space Agency and Roscosmos. CNSA? I'm not sure what that is. What is that, Canadian NASA? You'd think that as a Canadian, I would probably know that. All right, let's see. Oh, Chinasa? Chinasa? It's Chinese NASA? I like it. Okay, done. Let's put them all in there. By the way, how's sound? Can you hear the game okay? The clicking and the background music I turned down, and how's my audio? Just let me know if it's coming through okay before we get started here, or while the game's loading up. Sounds good? Awesome. Thank you, Synaptic Noise. Now, disclaimer, which has nothing to do with the game. I chose the probably absolute worst day to stream. Well, actually, I didn't really choose the worst day to stream. I happened to be off work today, so I decided I wanted to stream. But as I was waking up this morning, it sounded like there was a freight train outside. And if you knew where I lived, middle of the woods, the trees are flying all over the place. I mean, we have like 60 to 80 kilometer gusts of wind here. Our power already flickered out once today, and I am not hopeful for this stream. I'm hoping and praying that we can make it through a couple hours of gameplay, but there is a non-zero sum chance that the power shuts off right in the middle of the stream. So we'll see. If all of a sudden I freeze in some weird position and the stream goes blank, at least you have a heads up. Your wife was like, that voice, it's Josh Hawkins. Yes, it is. Josh Hawkins is back on live. All right. Welcome, Director. Your mission is to lead us in the conquest of the solar system and beyond. We're about to schedule our first flights into space, then to the moon and other planets. Eventually, we'll colonize, terraform, and perhaps one day venture to the stars. I'll be your assistant. Look for tutorial information in the top left corner. That's good to know. This fine gentleman here does not have a name, but he is our assistant. Same in Ireland, Eddie? Oh man, 50 to 70k winds. Yep, and rain. Well, it's a little bit more snowy here today, but... Okay. Step by step through your first space mission. Click on Earth icon to open the object panel. Click on the Earth icon to open the object panel. Where's the Earth icon? Oh, down here? Okay. This is the object panel, contains all the information about the planet, as well as building, spacecraft, and launch vehicles I have on it. You can begin planning missions here. Plan a mission. Okay, so we've got resources, electronics, power, fuel, glass, humans. Yeah, that's a resource. Hydrogen, metal, noble gases, fissiles, supplies, alloys. Okay, so that's all our resources. Facilities and modules. There's our... I'm just going to fix the camera because I'm leaning in a bit here. So there's our HQ, vehicle assembly, observatory, solar array, habitat, space telescope. Like that. I guess this is just... Okay, this is information about the planet that we're on. And there's some other stuff there. Resource deposits. Spacecraft launch vehicles. Sparrow, I guess this is the vehicle that we have currently. And then we have to plan a mission. Our first destination is Earth orbit. Let's type or choose it in its destination box. So we're going to go Earth orbit. Let's type or choose it in its destination box. Are we looking for Earth? Yeah, there we go. Earth orbit. With this destination selected, we can plan the rest of the mission. Okay. This time we don't need any sophisticated spacecraft to deliver our cargo to orbit, so let's just use the orbital payload container. Done. This is the cargo screen. Okay, so you could drag and drop resources and modules here. You have cargo capacity. It looks like we have 1,000 kilotons. Click on Add Module to add the telescope. Okay, so we're launching a telescope into space, into orbit around Earth. They're built like facilities, but can be moved to different locations to perform their functions. So it's automatically selected. There's our space telescope. It's 2 tons of 1,000 kilotons. Okay, we got plenty of space. Launch vehicles are optimized for moving things from surface to orbit, but aren't capable of traveling to other planets. Naturally, they are just launch vehicles. Primarily used for launching cargo and spacecraft from Earth's surface to other planets where either gravity is high or a given spacecraft lacks thrust. Remember that you can always view important info about how things work by pressing the I button. We'll do that in a second. Let's select Sparrow and move on to the next section. Okay, I guess this is the I button here. Yep. Cheap, simple, single-use, small launch vehicle. Okay, great. Next. With everything selected, you can see a summary of the mission length and its cost. Press OK to schedule the mission. So the start date is Jan 7th. I guess that's us up here. We're January 4th. Hey, that's my birthday. So that would be in 3 days, and we're going to arrive on the next day into orbit. 0 days, total propellant used. Okay. Let's speed up time and wait. Sure. Oh, we can zoom out. Oh, done and done. That's it. We launched what absolutely looks like the Hubble Space Telescope. Okay. Now it's time to use our new telescope. Let's have a look at the exploration panel. Let's try observing Luna, our Earth's moon. So I guess we're looking for Luna. Contract completed. Nobody reads the tutorial? Yeah, well, the tutorial is kind of baked into the game, which I appreciate for a game that looks like it's fairly complex. And I'm just going to go through the first little tutorial mission. Honestly, I mean, I clicked a couple buttons that weren't part of the tutorial, and it brought me back to it. So I'd say that's at least a good tutorial to start. Congratulations, orbital telescope's now fully operational. New task will arrive soon. Okay, so I have launched a telescope into orbit. I've completed a contract. I got 15K for that. We're good. So we can't hope to reach farther. We want to prepare a spacecraft to deliver a probe to Luna, and that's going to let us look for deposits. So we need to construct the iris on Earth, then a probe, and then deliver the probe from Earth directly to Luna. And we'll make 150K for that. Okay. So we go back to Earth. We are going to build the iris. That looks like it's going to take some time. What is this? 30 days. Okay, 30 days. So we are skipping time. I did accept that, right? Oh, no, we don't need to build two. Oh, there's the timer. Okay. Iris is built. So that's good. Now we need to build the probe. Here's the probe. That takes 35 days. And we're going to do that. Okay, and there's our probe right over there. So that's going as well. Okay. Cool. So we got the probe. We've got the iris. Press and hold the left mouse button on the module icon to move it. Where are we moving it to? To the iris? No. Where am I moving this to? To the launch vehicle, maybe. Or do I have to, like, move it to the moon? Where's the moon? Let's zoom out. There's Luna. Am I supposed to, like, move this to the moon? Oh, yeah. Okay, move it to the moon. With the destination... Okay, so we can plan the rest of the mission. That's a pretty cool looking spacecraft. Oh, you're in Toronto? Aquatic Borealis? Yeah, looks like we got all of your wind and temperature drop here. Okay, designed for traveling between planets. They vary greatly in thrust and efficiency. Some are able to launch from lower gravity worlds unassisted. Others can travel great distances with minimal fuel. This is the primary way of transporting cargo and crew between places. And that would be Iris. We need to now add the probe in there. Let's go with the Sparrow. Yes, that's our launch vehicle. We don't want to waste any time. Launch as soon as possible. Yeah. So, we are launching from Earth over to Luna. This is... Here it is. Right here. Okay. So... Oh! We're already going. We are going to Luna. I guess it was a soft landing. Didn't really look like it, but we'll assume it was. 150K. Okay. So we have a new contract. It's time for a grand return to the moon. We're going to construct our most powerful launch vehicle and a spacecraft capable of bringing crew to the moon and back. Yes, let's set up a colony on the moon. So we need to research the Stratos, construct the Stratos, construct a launch vehicle, which is going to be the Eagle, and then deliver a crew compartment type S with crew from Earth to Luna safely. So we need the Stratos, the Eagle, and a crew compartment. Oh, okay, research tree. Select Stratos in the spacecraft section. Well, where is the spacecraft section? Well, this is... Okay, quite the tree. Can't... Oh, there we go. Stratos. Let's research. 30 days. We can speed up time. That's great, because we're not going to sit here and wait for 30 days. Now we need to construct the Stratos. Right. So we go back to Earth. We go to our spacecraft. There's our Stratos. That's going to take 180 days. Let's speed up time. We'll go ×4. Actually, we can go even faster than that. Oh, wait a second. While that's going, can we also build the Eagle? Yes. Let's build the Eagle at the same time. And we also need to build this, the crew compartment. Oh, I guess we already have the crew compartment. Okay, so that's built. It's just the other ones that we gotta build. So the Stratos and the Eagle both need to be built. But the Eagle's not building at the same time. Oh, it is building. It's just you can only build one at a time, I guess? Okay, yeah, there we go. Apparently they're built at the exact same facility. They don't have separate facilities for the launch vehicle or the delivery vehicle. New offer on Earth to buy oxygen at $48 per ton. Okay, so now we can plan our mission. We want to go to Luna. And we are taking the Stratos. We're going to add our crew module. The crew compartment's already there. Okay. Next. Supplies. Oxygen, water, and other necessities for human survival in space. They can be made on farms or purchased on Earth. They're required by humans in transport to survive on the trip. Yeah, that makes sense. If they're trapped for an extended period without supplies, they will die. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about the folks on my crewed missions. Anyone who's ever watched me play Kerbal Space Program knows that I have possibly stranded a few Kerbals in space. But they didn't require food. Okay. Load additional supplies in the cargo hold. Humans in habitats consume less supplies. They can also survive without supplies. However, without them, they won't do any work. as they're too busy keeping themselves alive. Can you bang big booty aliens in this game? Yeah, help please. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, first we'll have to find them to be able to answer that question. We're not even at the moon yet, and as far as I know, there are no big booty aliens on the moon. So, I mean, maybe once we go interstellar, right? Total propellant. Okay, so that's our mission is scheduled. Let's go. We have some launch time. And there we go. Okay, we landed. Touchdown. Our crew has successfully landed on Luna. It's time to bring them back. Time to bring them back. So now we're opening the Luna panel. And now we need to plan a mission back to Earth. Yeah. We're taking the Stratos back. We don't forget to load the crew compartment. We don't want to leave them stranded. Well, it's not the probe, is it? Leave. Yeah, we don't need the probe. We need the crew compartment, not the probe. We're leaving the probe on Luna. We'll get them back later. Okay. Launch vehicle, none. Well, I guess we're in... We don't need a launch vehicle because we're already in space. We have the Stratos. That's our spacecraft. All right. And I want to see this launch. Supplies will run out on Luna. Well, we're not too concerned about that because all we have on Luna is the probe. So... yeah, I'm gonna go find those aliens, because if we can get some big booty alien in this game, I think that will make the playthrough even more successful. Deliver the crew on board. What am I missing here? Deliver crew on board directly from Luna to Earth. Oh, start Luna, Earth, target February 19th. Okay, so that's the next day. So we can just skip ahead and it should be traveling back to Earth. There it is. Done. 2.2 mil, just like that. Easy peasy. Contract completed. Okay. So, explore Mars. So we have a contract for exploring Mars, and we have space dock. We have orbital construction. All right, what do you guys want to do? Should we try to go to Mars, or should we build a space dock? I mean, that allows construction of orbital facilities. Maybe building the space dock before Mars? I don't know if we could do 2 contracts at the same time. You guys, I'll leave that to you guys to choose. Oh, you can't see that because it's behind the chat, isn't it? You know what I'm gonna do here? Let's see. I'll move my ugly mug up there, and we'll move the chat down just a tad, so you guys can see these contracts here. How's that? A little better. Space dock, let the big booty aliens in legally. All right, we'll do space dock first. So deliver, what are we delivering? An orbital construction directly to Earth. Deliver it to Earth. Okay. Let's see if we can't figure this out. Are we building another launch vehicle? It looks like we are building another launch vehicle. That's probably important. We do have the Stratos already. We have an Eagle. That's our reusable super heavy class launch vehicle, preparing for the next launch. Okay, so we're not rebuilding it. It's just re-prepping itself for the next launch. And that's going to take 72 days. So we want to build orbital construction. That's deliver orbital construction directly to Earth. Allows construction of orbital facilities. 50 tons. So we go to Earth. And facilities and modules. Construction, here we go, orbital construction. That takes 100 days. So that is being built. Let's speed up and we'll build that. All right. So we've got an orbital construction. And it says we have to deliver it to Earth. So do we just drag? No. Maybe they mean to Earth orbit. Yes, Earth orbit. Okay. So we have to plan a mission to Earth orbit. Our spacecraft would be a container for cargo deployed to orbit. Yeah, I guess it would be that one. Reusable upper stage. No, we could just use the orbital payload container. Then we need to add the orbital construction. We also have to deliver some alloys, some polymers, and electronics. So 25 tons of electronics. 25 tons of electronics. 50 tons of polymers. Okay, perfect. And 150 tons of alloys. Exotic alloys? No, regular alloys. We need 150 tons. Perfect. Our launch vehicle is the Eagle. Next. That looks like a good mission. And we also have to construct an orbital shipyard in Earth orbit. Earth orbit. Yes. That's a new thing. Earth orbit, orbital shipyard. Okay, so that's all been delivered. How do we construct the orbital shipyard in orbit around Earth? So, I think that was delivered. Let's pause here for a second. Any big white glowing things to crash into? Oh, God. Too soon, Pete. Too soon, man. Like, cut me some slack, man. I did go back to the planet, by the way. I did that off stream yesterday. I went back because I couldn't leave that Stratos unscanned, so I've got it. And I did not blow my ship up again. Thank you very much. It actually is that easy. You just have to follow the tutorial, Beowulf. Let's see, what did I miss? If only real space exploration were that easy. Yeah, no, I mean, that's it, right? Isn't that what Elon Musk is doing, just following the tutorial? His tutorial, actually, I don't think he is following the tutorial. His missions have not been all that successful. Lots of stuff blowing up. Very cool to watch, though. Okay, ready to research. Here's what we're at. I have to construct an orbital shipyard in Earth orbit, and I'm trying to figure this out now. I've got the orbital construction. Okay, here's the orbital construction. I'm in Earth orbit, and I need to build... Do I build it here? Mining, mobile habitat, production. There we go. Orbital shipyard. That's going to take 150 days. So let's go ahead and we'll speed that up. So we're building the orbital shipyard. Construct a launch vehicle, the Falcon, on Earth. Apparently we found... Oh, our space telescope found something. Hang on a sec. Found a new object. Oh, look at that. Okay, we have discovered an asteroid, hopefully not coming out our way. Let's see where this is. Oh, that's way out. Oh, okay, actually not totally out there. Oh, it's in the asteroid belt. All right, that's fine. Very not close to Earth, as we can tell here. That's the orbit of Mars right there. So this is the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. That is a ways off, but that's kind of cool. We've got some resources that we can go and check out at some point. Our orbital shipyard is still underway, and we need to construct the Falcon launch vehicle on Earth, so let's set that up. Let's build... no, okay, so we don't have the Falcon. How did we research again? Mission planning, exploration... No. Marketplace, ready to research. Here we go. So we need the Falcon. Zoom this in a little bit. So under spacecraft, Selene, Hermes, Stratos, the Nike, Prometheus, expanded cargo bays. I don't see the Falcon here. Early launch systems. Optimized heat shields. That's our launch facility. Oh, nice! They got spin launch. That's crazy. Has anyone been following that? This is like some wild technology here, where they're literally like launching stuff into orbit with this crazy device that just spins up to incredible speeds and then just lets go the thing and launches it into orbit. Pretty wild. Okay, I don't see Falcon on here, and I'm not seeing a search feature. Oh, there's search here, object search, but I don't think that's gonna... No, I don't think so. That's just for things that are in the solar system. So where is Falcon? There's the Magpie, the Terraforming, the Condor, Iris, Stratos, Nike. Okay. I'm not sure if maybe I'm missing something here. Is it a launch vehicle? Ah, there it is. Okay, Falcon's a launch vehicle. So we'll construct that, and then we also have to construct another Iris. So that would be our spacecraft. There we go. We'll construct an Iris. We also have to construct another probe. So that was under vehicle assembly, was it? No. Modules. Probe. There we go. Okay, we've got all of that going, and now once that's all completed, we're going to deliver that from Earth over to Mars. Our orbital shipyard should be constructed. I think we're good to go. Let's speed time up. Okay, sweet. While that is going, I'm going to take just a moment here to check and make sure that everything is streaming properly. Very good. All of that looks good. Okay. Contract completed. We've built the orbital shipyard. We made 1.6 million. We've got a new contract to deliver a mobile refinery to Luna with a mining module. I think that's probably going to be useful if we want to colonize the moon. And that's going to unlock the moon base alpha. That's exactly what we want. Our Iris is not yet finished being constructed, though. The probe is there. Iris still needs some time. So let's get the Iris built. Okay, Iris is built. So now we're going to plan a mission to Mars to deliver our probe. So let's go to Mars. I'm assuming we want to go not to Mars orbit, but yes. Plan as a cyclical mission, plan as a hypothetical mission. No, we are definitely going. No testing. We are getting this on the first try. So we're taking the Iris. Yeah, delivering probes. We are going to add in our probe. And we're taking the Falcon. Important info. Interplanetary transfers. Okay, this is where this game gets a little bit like Kerbal. So an optimal transfer between planets uses the least amount of propellant but takes the longest time. Okay? Such transfers may only be possible every few months or years depending on the alignment of planets you travel between. You can shorten the transfer time, but that requires significantly more propellant. Using the fastest option selects the transfer that will reach the destination the soonest based on your current total propellant. You can also choose a different transfer time by clicking on the porkchop plot. Okay, so here's the porkchop plot. This is the porkchop plot here, I guess. Hold on. Do we have to select? Here's the porkchop plot used for interplanetary transfers. For more information, press the I. For now, you only have basic spacecraft, so press the optimal button and plan the mission. Optimal. Okay, so we're going from Earth. Let's just see what happens. Okay, yep. Okay, so this is just planning when we launch. Alright. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of pork chopping myself. I'll probably be using the optimal button considerably. Okay. And then we are delivering the probe. But we also have to deliver a mobile refinery directly to Luna. And I want to do that. Can we build that at the same time? Mobile refinery. Let's go to Earth and see if we could just at least build the mobile refinery while we're here. Oh, and a mining module. So we have to build a mining module. And a mobile refinery. Where would that be? Production. Nope. Mobile refinery. Okay. So we'll get those two started while we launch to Mars. Okay. Our construction of that is complete. I'd love to see, like, so where's the actual launch? Are we... Okay, here we are. Oh, okay, so when Earth reaches the launch point here, August 23rd, that's when we're going to launch. And that's the trajectory it's going to take to meet up with Mars on the opposite side of the sun. There we go. There's our spacecraft. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to zoom in on the spacecraft. Can we do that? Where is it? I lost it. I lost the spacecraft. I hope it launched. I'm just not seeing it now. Hold on. I want to find that. Planned missions. Earth to Mars. Can I zoom in on that one? Just got out of work meeting, and here I am avoiding pork chops in space. Yeah. Well, you know, when you get to a certain age, you gotta stop eating that bacon. Oh, yo, look! Check that out. There's a comet. Okay. Hey, FDev, take note. Look at that comet in the solar system. Um, is this our mission? No, that's our arrival. I don't see the mission. I just see the thing there. So we're gonna assume that it's on its way to be delivered, and I guess we'll find out once Mars encounters the delivery point. There, we can zoom in on Mars. All right, here we go. And apparently that didn't happen. All right, mission not successful. The probe was not delivered. What did we do wrong? This is the mission. It's going to start on August 23rd, which we already passed. Arrival date. Oh, it starts on August 23rd, 2024. Oh, that's why. Here I was thinking that we were in time accurate game time. We are actually in 2023 right now, so not happening quite yet. I guess we still have quite a ways to go. In the meantime, we can work on this lunar orbit. We'll just keep time going here. Lunar depot, so we got to deliver this to the moon. Let's go ahead and get that done. In the meantime, mission planning, let's go to Earth. And we need to bring, what are we bringing? We're bringing the mobile refinery and the mining module to the moon. And we have to plan a cyclical mission from Luna to Earth orbit, taking fuel. How do we do that? So let's select our origin is going to be Earth. We're going to go from Earth orbit to the moon, to Luna. Plan as a cyclical mission. Important info. This is a way to plan recurring missions between two locations. So assigned spacecraft, launch vehicles, and facilities will automatically perform missions according to their parameters. You can set whatever resources are being transported from one location to another, whether the flight should utilize fastest available transfers or fly optimally, and how many times or until it should occur. Okay. So, yes, cyclical. Next. We don't have a spacecraft for that yet, do we? No, we don't. Okay, so I guess we're going to have to build some new spacecraft here. So let's build the Stratos, because this can take off and land on other planets. But hold on, the Iris is... Okay, the Iris is disposable, so I think we definitely need to build a Stratos. Oh, we already have a Stratos. How come we're not using that one? Can we just drag this? Nope. Hang on. What happened to our mission? Okay. That didn't work. So, let's try that again. It's Earth orbit. Earth orbit to Luna. Cyclical mission. But again, now we're back to here where we're not able to see the spacecraft. And I want to see the spacecraft. So here, Stratos. Nope. Earth orbit. Sorry, folks. All right. maybe need to build the spacecraft in space at our orbital shipyard. Right. So I don't have the resources to build this in orbit. Does FDev even have a notepad? I have no idea, brother. Cannot buy these resources in orbit, so I need to deliver resources to orbit if I want to build that, but that's not what I want to do. I think what we're going to do instead is we are going to build the ship here. So we're going to build the spacecraft on Earth. Oh, actually, you know what? We don't have to do that. No. We have the spacecraft. We just need to launch it to orbit first. So let's do that. Let's build a spacecraft and then launch it to orbit with these things in it, the mobile refinery and the mining module. I'm thinking that's what we got to do, right? Mission planning from Earth to Earth orbit. We're going to take the Stratos. We're going to add... Sorry, folks. I'll be right back. I am back. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so we're going to add modules. We're going to add on the mining module, and we're going to add the mobile refinery. Okay, so we got that. Yeah, so that's good. And now we want to launch it on the Eagle. Sure, because the Eagle's a good one. And that should bring it into orbit. And then from Earth orbit, then we can plan the cyclical mission. Maybe we should have brought some propellant. Probably ought to have done that too. Have I tried Star Citizen recently? Oh man, don't get me started on Star Citizen. Just if you take a look at my YouTube channel, I streamed Star Citizen the other night, and it was the most frustrating thing that I have ever experienced in, I think, the history of gaming. Maybe outside of like playing Dark Souls and you know, having to try 300 times to beat one stupid boss. I have really high hopes for Star Citizen. I want it to succeed. And considering it's been in development for as long as it has, I'm shocked that it is still as broken as it is. But I think my biggest gripe with the game was the fact that because of a stupid bug, I ended up killing some NPCs and then ended up being put into space jail. Not for, like, you know, not with the option to get out by paying a fine or something as most games would. It literally locked me in space jail for 24 hours. Real world, Earth time, non-skippable 24 hours while I was on stream. And I ended up spending an hour and a half crawling around in the mines of a space jail trying to find minerals that didn't exist to remove 20 minutes from my prison sentence. And I logged off and I was pissed off and infuriated. Yeah, give it another 10 years. It's got to cook a little bit more. I think we launched our Mars mission. Yeah, there's our Mars mission right there. It's gonna encounter Mars very soon, so that's good. There it is. While I was figuring out how to get this into Earth orbit, we passed enough time that our mission to Mars to deliver that probe is nearly there. So we'll at least complete that contract. Getting back to Earth, because we got to get this into Earth orbit. What happened to our mission now? Where did our mission go? Mission list. Oh, no. Ongoing... No. Oh, yeah, okay. No, we delivered that. Good, good. We are in orbit. We just have to get it to the moon now, and then we have to plan a cyclical mission. So let's try this now. Let's try to plan the cyclical mission. So new cyclical mission from Earth orbit to Luna. Please, yes, there we go. There's the Stratos. We want to add resources. Hey, fuel is there, but it's not actually showing an amount. Wait until cargo is full? Lasting 3 cycles. Okay, we'll wait until cargo is full. I guess that's fine, because then we can just fly some fuel up to that ship. That's going to be the thing, right? Yeah. I think that's the way it's going to go. Launch vehicle on Earth orbit. We don't have one of those yet. So maybe we're not quite there. Launch vehicle on Luna? I don't know. I'm a bit confused about this. I thought the Stratos is our spacecraft. We don't need a launch vehicle. Maybe we need a launch vehicle to send the fuel up to Earth orbit? I don't know. Okay, we'll figure this out. Next, optimal mission ends, lasting 3 cycles. This is 3 transfers, so after 3 transfers, I guess that's what they mean. Lasting 3 cycles or 3 transfers, right? Okay. Okay, good. So we did plan the mission. The mission is there, but the... Okay, contract completed. Nice. We delivered the probe to Mars. And now we got a whole bunch more stuff to do. Okay, so look, Luna to Earth is going, but it's not delivering anything because there's nothing to deliver. So how do we get the mobile refinery and the mining module to Luna? The cyclical mission is great, but this is not happening. So we have to fix this. Mission list. No, we're going to go to Earth orbit. I think this is messed up now. I think we're just going to have to deliver these directly, but I have a feeling that these are already on the Stratos. I'm pretty sure they are already on the Stratos. The mobile refinery and the mining module are here. But the mobile refinery processes water into fuel. Oh! Oh, okay, hold on a second. I think we gotta get the mobile refinery to the moon so that it processes fuel and then brings that back to Earth orbit? Is that what that's trying to say? Because if I look at the mobile refinery, it says it processes water into fuel, which would make sense. It's going to gather ice from the moon, convert it into hydrogen fuel, right? And that's what we're bringing back to Earth orbit, back to our orbital construction facility. I think that sounds about right. Okay. So where is this module now? Because I'm pretty sure I put it onto the Stratos, which means maybe we need to cancel this mission. Let's cancel the mission. Let's figure out where our... Here, let's do this. Let's go Earth orbit to Luna. We're going to take the Stratos, the mining module. No, go back. I'm not done. The mining module and the mobile refinery. The launch vehicle, again, I don't... It's already in orbit. You don't need a launch vehicle for that. Okay, so none. Let's bring it there. Okay, good, good. We've scheduled that now. Let's go. Let's go. There, nice. Okay, so that's delivered to the moon. So now we've got the moon base alpha. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to be able to build a moon base, and it's going to need energy to function. So I think this is where we are. This is what we need to do. Energy is produced in power facilities. Each type of power facility produces different amounts of energy depending on circumstances. Solar arrays produce more when you're closer to the sun. I don't think there's any wind on the moon, and nuclear power, obviously that would be great because that can produce energy anywhere, but you have to provide it with fissiles. Okay. If I don't have enough energy to power my facilities fully, they will work at reduced speed. Unused production facilities only consume power when active, so certain buildings on our planet are not always active. All right. All right, we can stockpile energy with batteries. So we are now being told to build our first moon base. So we need to have construction equipment on Luna. We're going to construct an outpost, a fuel refinery. I think we already... Oh no, we have a mobile fuel refinery, but that's fine. Water ice extractor, solar array, and then we have to deliver 10 people to Luna. Okay, wow, we got a bunch of stuff to do here. So let's close our Mars and our gravitational slingshot. We're going to focus on the Earth and Moon missions. Let's go to Luna. We do have the Stratos over here right now. And I don't know why, but the mobile refinery it's red. And I'm not sure what that's all about. I want to drop this onto the moon. I'm assuming it's already on the moon. Yeah, facilities and modules. Okay, so these are already on the moon. These are on Luna. It looks like maybe it's producing the fuel here too. So now what we could do is build that cyclical mission that we kind of messed up before, or I messed up before. Luna to Earth orbit. It's a cyclical mission. We'll take the Stratos. It's going to wait until it's full. We'll take the fuel. We don't... Cargo from Luna to Earth. Yeah. No, we just want the fuel. Launch vehicle on Luna. Well, we don't have a launch vehicle. We're going to use the Stratos, and in Earth orbit we don't need anything because we're using the Stratos. We're going to do 3 transfers. Insufficient propellant. Oh, there's not enough fuel on Luna. So... Did we just strand the Stratos on Luna? Is that what happened? Sorry, folks. Don't think you're going anywhere. Yeah, okay. So... let's go back here for a second. Yeah, propellant capacity. Mass cargo reusability 1. Lost in space. Yeah, that's right. Well, it carries 1 kiloton. So how do we refuel this thing then? Maybe there's a way to refuel it here. Okay, so here's resources. Drag and drop on a mission to plan a mission. The tutorial was great. The rest of it does take a little bit of finagling, if you know that expression. All right. I thought that just having the mobile refinery there would actually refine stuff. But I'm not entirely sure that is in fact happening. So let's see what we need to do here. We have resources. There's a marketplace. Now, that's not what we want to do. Any help in chat, by the way, folks. You know, this is a first playthrough. We're playing Solar Expanse. I've never played this before. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I am clearly no mission planner. So your help in chat would be invaluable right now. Mobile refinery processes water into fuel. The upkeep, the licenses, produces, I don't know why it says 0 tons. Consume 0 tons. Is it because it needs power? Not operational due to not enough resources. All right, well, what are we missing? Is there something I need to do to power this up? Okay, so maybe I have to plan a mission for that. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, mission list. Mission planning. Origin. Okay, well, let's try this. Luna? Do I have to? No, I can't like plan it on Luna. Destination Luna. I don't know, does that actually work? No, that's just to Luna orbit. Okay, so it's not a mission. It's just we're missing something for that to actually work. We're missing the resources. What resources do you suppose we need here? Is it the power resources? Maybe I need the moon base in order to actually make it work? All right, let's try. So, it says we need to have construction equipment on Luna and then construct an outpost. So I guess we'll go back to Earth and we'll build construction equipment. And then we need to build an outpost, which is going to cost those resources right here. So it's going to cost 40 tons of metal and 10 tons of food supplies. So we're going to have to send that along with our construction equipment. So let's do this. Let's get our construction equipment built. Okay. The facility's completed. And then we're going to need a launch vehicle. So we need to... We have our reusable launch vehicles. We're going to need a new spacecraft because our Stratos is stranded. But I think we can just... Delivering probes and modules. I think we can just do it with an Iris. So let's build an Iris. Let's get that done. Okay, we've got an Iris. And now let's plan a mission from Earth to Luna. We're going to bring the Iris. We're going to bring the construction equipment. And we need to bring some resources. It was 40 tons of metal. Oh, we probably need to bring more. Yeah, we're going to have to bring a bunch more now that I'm looking at this, because we got to build all of this stuff. Well, maybe one thing at a time. Well, maybe we'll do 2 things at a time. Okay, so let's bring 100 tons. Oh. No. No, no, no. That doesn't work. We can't bring the Iris. The Iris only has a 2-ton cargo capacity. All right. we need to build a proper spacecraft for this one. Done. Let's build another Stratos. That's got a kiloton. Okay. We lack the following resources, but do we want to buy them? Yes, because we've got plenty of money, right? We've got 11 million. All right, let's build ourselves a Stratos. We don't need to plan the mission now. We just need to build the Stratos. Let's try not to strand the second one on Luna as well. Man, that Stratos takes a long time to build. We could have launched a whole other mission in the meantime. We're already caught up to date. We are now in the future. It's April 2026. Okay, our Stratos is built. We're going to go from Earth. I don't know why it's defaulting to Luna, but we'll go from Earth to Luna. This is going to be Moon Base 1. We're going to bring the Stratos. We're going to add the construction equipment. Then we're going to bring 50 tons of metal. Yeah, time flies in space is right. No, so 100 tons. Oh man, we can't even do that. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to do one mission at a time. And then we need to bring food. Food. Supplies. What was it, 10 tons of supplies? Yeah, 10 tons of supplies. So we still have 35 tons of space left. Maybe we could bring some extra stuff. Yeah, we need 10 tons of whatever that green stuff is. We'll just get it there so it's ready. Rare metals. 10 tons of rare metals. 10 tons, I think that was polymers? Was it? No, alloys. Bring 10 tons of alloys, so we're prepping for future missions. I don't know if I want to bring the humans yet. I think they're going to be the last thing we bring over there. We do still have some space. So everything costs metals. Let's just fill up with the last bit of metals. So we got 15 more tons. Ooh, no, fuel. We want to bring some fuel. I feel like that's important. Or, hear me out for a second here. Or we wait off on this for a second and we build something to power the moon base. And we'll bring that at the same time. So we need a power facility of some kind. Maybe that's a module. Let's see. Power. Battery solar array. How much does this thing weigh? I don't know. Let's build one of these, because that's going to be important. And we'll build a battery as well, so that we can store some power. We'll bring those with us. Hopefully they can fit in there. I mean, I can't imagine a solar array is going to be, you know, 15 tons or more. It's just a solar panel, right? Okay, so we've got that. I don't know. There's the solar array right there. Oh, we had 3 of them already. Okay, perfect. Now let's do our mission now. So we're going to go from Earth to Luna. This was Moon Base 1. We're going to take the Stratos. We're going to add the construction. We're going to add... Oh, can't put that in there, hey? Why would we not be able to add that in? Oh, maybe I could do it from here? Nope. This is the available facilities. I already built the module, didn't I? Yeah. I have the batteries. Why can't I just drag it? Come on. Don't do this to me. What am I doing wrong here, chat? Help me out. Do these need to be constructed on the planet? Like, is that... Oh. Yeah, I think they have to be constructed on the planet. Alright, so then we're just coming back here. Okay, so we'll do this. It was 85 tons of metal. Damn. I was really hoping that I could just construct it on Earth, but whatever. 10 tons of supplies. 10 tons of the green stuff, rare metals. This was 65. And then what was the other thing? It was 10 tons of the alloys. Okay, so we've got 40 tons, and then I brought an extra 15. All right, we're gonna bring the Falcon. No, I guess we have to use the Eagle because of the weight. All right, mission to Luna. That's gonna bring a lot of the stuff that we need. Here we go. Launching to Luna, Moon Base 1. Off to the moon we go, folks. Okay, we have the construction there. Now we can construct the outpost on Luna. So we're gonna build an outpost. Yep, that's 50 days to build an outpost. Under construction. Okay. We've got the outpost. Now we need to be able to bring... Oh, right. Now we have to bring our ship back. I really hope that... Oh, hold on a second. Oh god, you know what? I probably should have built the solar array first, right? Or the water ice extractor. Well, please, please tell me I can bring it back. Please, pretty please. Stratos. I just want to bring you back to Earth. Okay. We can bring the Stratos back to Earth. That's good. So we didn't just strand another ship there. A lot of clicking menus in the game. Yeah, I mean, it's a... I mean, look, I'm still learning this, right? Like, this is a first playthrough. But I could see once you've got the solar system set up, and I'm like going between Earth and Luna here, I should probably be building a human presence on Mars at the same time. But I'm just trying to figure out how this works first, because I'm concerned that I would do a terrible job of this, and someone's gonna die, and that does not need to happen. Okay, we've done that. We brought the Stratos back. Now we can begin bringing some more resources. So we have 25 tons of metal. Oh, hey, look at that. We are getting fuel now. That's perfect. We have 383 tons of fuel. So we can set up our mission. This is good. This is good. From Luna to Earth orbit. We'll do the cyclical orbit. We can take the Stratos. Now we have fuel. Yeah. Yes, that's good. Wait until... No, fly with available... We don't need cargo. We're just... Cargo from Earth orbit to Luna. We probably do want to bring stuff to Luna. So... yeah, let's do that. Let's plan on bringing up the metals, because the metal is the thing that we need the most of. So we'll say metal. We'll wait until the cargo is full before it flies back to Luna. And that's going to bring a whole bunch of stuff. Yes. Launch vehicle on Luna we don't need. Launch vehicle on Earth orbit we don't need either. And we'll do 3 transfers. Yes. Okay. That's done. Now what we need to do is we need to plan a mission from Earth to bring metals up into orbit. So we'll do Earth to Earth orbit. We'll also make this a cyclical mission. Metal to space. We'll bring the orbital payload container. Yeah, orbital payload container. We're going to bring metal. Wait until cargo is full. We need to bring the Eagle, because it's pretty heavy, right? And we'll do 3 transfers into space as well. Okay. I think that's going to work. So, we've got 100 tons. Luna's bringing fuel back to Earth orbit. Yeah, so here we go. So we have first mission launching here. Yeah, into orbit. That one's going into orbit. We're bringing 800 tons. Okay, did I just literally bring 800 tons into orbit? That was a lot more than I expected, but that's okay. What I'm expecting is this one here. There we go. Earth orbit to Luna. That's the second one. So this one here is going to be carrying all of our metals over to Luna. Perfect. That's going to allow us to start building all of this stuff over on Luna, because we should have those resources. Yes, we do. Great. We could probably start building this stuff on Luna right now. So let's build the fuel refinery on Luna. Orbital, that's probably going to be under what? Mining? No. Fuel refinery. There we go. Let's build a fuel refinery. We need to build a water ice extraction. We don't have enough metal there yet. Okay. And there's not enough propellant there because we just didn't bring it back from the moon. So I guess that's going to take a little bit of time before our next one can launch. But in the meantime, we are building the fuel refinery. So let's let some time go. That will refuel some of our, restock some of our resources. So now we're getting fuel back on Luna. The fuel refinery is being built. That, yeah, we don't need to turn that off. That's going to turn water into chemical fuel, so that's probably at a much better rate than our mobile refinery. That's done. It says it's disabled, probably because we don't have power. Do we need power for this one? Yeah, I bet we do need power for this one. Yeah, that's going to need some power. The good thing is our mobile refinery is going. So the next one we want to build is the solar array. That way we can actually get this up and running. What are we missing? 50 tons of what? What is the star resource? Glass. Naturally, it's a solar panel. Okay. So we need to bring some glass to Luna. How much do we need? 50 tons. Let's do a delivery mission, not with the Stratos. We'll do a one-time drop-off. We'll bring the Iris. No, we can't bring the Iris. It's got to be the Stratos. So, 50 tons of glass. And we need 125 tons of metal for that one. Let's see, do we have... Oh, we still need to bring more metal. How's our other missions doing, though? Do we have missions already bringing more metal? Yeah, we do. There's still some cyclical missions here bringing metal to Luna, so I don't think we have to bring more, right now at least. I think we can just wait on the metal. So let's just get the glass there. 50 tons of glass. All right. I do wish that the game would preserve the last mission that I was building so that I wouldn't have to do it over when I'm checking something, but the devs did say that this is a pre-early access version and that the early access is considerably more polished. Let's bring 100 tons of glass just in case we want to build 2 solar facilities. And we're gonna bring the Eagle. Okay, there we go. That's scheduled for May, so that's just a couple of months into the future. We should be good. There's our glass. And now we can build our solar panels. There we go. Hopefully that is what we need to power the fuel refinery. Yes. Let's build a second solar array. Oh, man. Okay, so what have we got going on now? We've got enough power consumption. Power efficiency is 100. We need 5 crew in order to actually do this. Okay, so can we see what we have on Luna now? In terms of resources, we've got lots of fuel. We don't have the metal. I don't know why that mission isn't flying back and forth. We'll have to take a look at that. I also don't see the food supplies here. So I think our next mission is to bring some people over to Luna so that they can start working on that fuel refinery. Even though, I mean, the mobile refinery is doing a great job. It's pumping out fuel like crazy. Like there's 422 tons of fuel there. But we need to get 10 people over to Luna, and they're gonna need food. So this is where people are gonna start dying, folks. This is where people are gonna get real unhappy. First footfall on the moon. And we don't have a Stratos because we're using it already. Okay. So we're gonna have to build a new spacecraft. Unless, let's see our current missions. This one here is cyclical. This is the one that's bringing... Okay, how do we see what this mission is actually doing right now? Mission list. It's bringing fuel from Luna to Earth orbit. And then from Earth orbit, it's bringing metal back to Luna. And then this one here is delivering metal from Earth to Earth orbit, and then from Earth orbit back to Earth. It should be going. There's 2 more cycles for it to do, but it does not seem to actually be doing anything. Insufficient propellant on Earth. So we need to bring the propellant from Luna to here. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna cancel the metal cargo. I think that's what we gotta do. Yeah. That's what we're gonna have to do. Because right now, I think the problem is we're waiting. Oh no, and that's not even bringing it back down to Earth, is it? So does Earth just not have enough fuel? No, we have 15.5 kilotons of fuel on Earth. What are we doing wrong here? We have 15.5 kilotons of fuel. Our mission is to launch this up into Earth orbit and bring that back down. There should be plenty of fuel for that to take place. So what are we not getting enough fuel for? This one? Let's see. Plan is a cyclical mission. Taking the Stratos. It is a little hard to figure out which is which here. Okay. On Luna, we have the Stratos. It's this one here. The cyclical mission is to take that Stratos from Luna to Earth orbit. But there's 2. And I have no idea which one it's supposed to be. We'll assume it's this one here, the Earth orbit Stratos. Cargo from Luna to Earth orbit is fuel. We wait until it's full. That's all we need to do. The whole idea was to bring metal back, but let's just say we'll fly with whatever's available. We don't need a launch vehicle, and we don't need a launch vehicle there. Let's see if this works, because, okay, that's fine. So, where is the launch? That's what I want to know now. It shows cyclical missions. My lights are flickering, by the way. I don't know if the power's going to stay on. I guess we'll see what happens here. I don't see the missions. I don't see them popping up. These are the cyclical missions right here. They are what? Are they going? I want to see Earth orbit. What resources are in space? Okay, look at this. There's tons here. There's 1.5 kilotons. But the fuel, maybe that's what's missing. Is it's the fuel is missing? Okay, we got 1.5 kilotons of metal in Earth orbit right now. We're going to cancel these missions. We're going to take the Stratos from Earth orbit. We're going to send it back to Luna. We're going to bring the metal That's in Earth orbit. We're going to bring all of it, 100 tons. And so what's going on here? Insufficient propellant in Earth orbit. Right, because there's only 1.53 tons in Earth orbit. So I guess what's happening, I think I understand now. I think the cyclical mission from Luna to Earth orbit that's supposed to be carrying fuel has stalled. I think somewhere along the way, that mission that was supposed to bring fuel from Luna, where we actually do have 429 tons of fuel now, that stalled, and so none of that fuel is going to Earth orbit, and we don't have any mission from Earth flying up to orbit with fuel. So I think what we need to do is we need to get to Luna and either bring fuel there, or what would probably make more sense is launch a mission from Earth into Earth orbit carrying fuel for the Earth orbit station. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see what we can do here. So we're going to go from Earth to Earth orbit. We don't need to make it cyclical. We just have to get some fuel up there. And we can bring an orbital payload container because it can carry a lot of capacity. And we're going to bring fuel. I guess as just enough. We just need enough to get up there. Let's do 100 tons of fuel. And then I also want to bring the resources that we needed to build the second solar array. So a few more alloys. We'll bring like 50 more alloys. And then planning for the humans to get up there. I don't think we can carry humans in this, can we? No, I didn't think so. Let's bring some supplies up there as well. Why not? We'll bring 100 tons. Oh, only 75 tons? Can't do 100. I wonder if that's all we have. Okay, so we'll do 20 tons. Okay. And we'll bring up some rare metals and some more supplies. So let's bring 40 tons of supplies, and then we'll bring the rare metal up there as well in preparation for our Mars mission. 10 tons. Okay, that's going to be enough. We'll bring up our Eagle, and let's send that up there. Okay, this is where we go. So that is now in Earth orbit. There we go. Everything we need is in Earth orbit. Now we're going to send from Earth orbit to Luna. We're going to send the Stratos with, well, what do we have in Earth orbit? We have the glass. No, it wasn't the glass. It was the supplies. 20 tons, because we need 20 tons for the Mars mission. We're going to bring the alloys. I think it was just 10 tons of alloys that I said. Pretty sure that's what it was. Minimum propellant needed 77 tons of 101. That should be fine because we're going to get everything when we get to Luna. There's tons more fuel there. Okay, let's go. So we're launching to Luna. We've landed on Luna. Okay. Now we're going to do our cyclical from Luna to Earth orbit, bringing fuel back. So we'll do this cyclical. Please work this time. I mean, like, come on. The Stratos. We're going to bring fuel. And then from Earth orbit to Luna, we're going to bring metal. Yes. And we'll do 2 cycles of this one. Now this is going to work, right? Please. Actually, let me just check to make sure that... Wait until cargo is full. Of course, I don't know why the resources aren't in here now. Fuel. Fuel. That's what I want. Wait until cargo is full. Metal. Yes, yes, yes. 2 transfers. Okay, let's see what happens. Yes, there we go. It's bringing fuel back. Perfect. It brought fuel back. It's bringing metal to Luna. Hallelujah. We did it. And that's back into Earth orbit. Perfect. Okay. So that worked. Apparently it didn't work enough to do the second one, but let's see here. In Earth orbit, we have 17 tons. And on Luna, we have 1.27 tons. That's fine. I wanted to test that. Now we understand how the cyclical thing works. Now what I want to do is I want to build the second solar array, even though we don't technically need that now. We're going to build it anyhow. Or maybe we're not. Can't turn off facilities in use. How do I cancel? Okay, well, whatever. We need a second solar array regardless. I don't know why half of this is there. It looks like it's just because we need to allocate crew to it, and so now we need to start bringing the people over to the moon. So we're going to bring our first people over to the moon. We're going to go from Earth to Luna. And we are going to... no. Gosh, if there was a way to be able to see, like, all of the ships, that would be a lot better, I think, to be able to select them sort of Kerbal style. I want to bring... Are both the Stratos on the moon right now? I think they are. I think they're both on Luna. Well, that's no good. Luna to Earth. Yeah. Well, no, there's one of them. So where's the second Stratos? There's one there. There's one there. No, that's the Iris. This one is the Stratos. Where did the second Stratos go? Because I have 2 Stratos spacecraft. Earth orbit? No. Not sure. But I don't know if we can launch this one yet unless there's enough fuel. Let's see. Let's bring it back to Earth. And we'll see if we have enough fuel. Bring you. We don't need to bring any resources. We just want to get back to Earth. Yeah, that's it. We don't have enough fuel. We need 45 tons of fuel. Okay, so you know what? That's going to take some time. In the meantime, before we start bringing people there, let's build a mining module and some construction equipment on Earth. And the construction equipment, so that we can start prepping for this mission to Mars. We have enough metal in orbit already, and we'll just have to bring some rare metals up because we already have the supplies. Everything's in orbit, all set for that. So let's let our modules build. Oh, lucky for you, aquatic. Okay, that's complete. And that's complete. In the meantime, Luna is going to continue to pump out fuel for us. Okay, so we've got our modules there. Now what we can do is, well, I mean, we're not bringing that Stratos back anytime soon, unfortunately. Maybe we just build a new Stratos for our Mars mission, and then we'll send that up into orbit with the components and fuel. Or we could make a hop over to the moon with all the resources we need and the people, and then fly from the moon to Mars. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So, do we have... We're going to go to Luna. This is going to be a multi-jump mission. We'll start with Luna. We don't have it. Is it in Earth orbit? Again, this is making me crazy. I had 2 Stratos, and it seems like one of them is gone. Maybe it's destroyed. Maybe it never made it. All right, we have to build another spacecraft. And you know what? Before we do that, let's see what we got. We can do some research now, right? So may as well. Colony construction. We're not quite at that stage yet. Okay, the interface here is a little wacky because I know I can zoom out, but I can't scroll around. I have to like grab it here. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we got. The Hermes, expanded cargo bays, dedicated deep space transport with artificial gravity, life support capacity, and a powerful array of ion engines. That's probably something that we're going to want. Let's research that. And what's space alloys? Okay, so this is circuit production in space, vacuum forging, optimized heat shields, improved reusable rockets. Decreases construction costs. Sure, let's research that as well. Spin launch, I don't think we're ready for spin launch yet. Besides, it's good if we're launching small satellites. It's not great if we're launching large payloads with people and stuff and things. I think we should research nuclear power, though. I think that's important. Okay. And then we're going to build a new spacecraft, so we'll build a new Stratos. That's going to be... we are out of stuff. We lack the following resources, so we're going to be buying all this stuff. Good thing we have money. Maybe we're supposed to be building facilities on Earth as well. Fuel extractor. What do we have? Vehicle assembly, observatory, solar arrays, habitats, batteries, construction equipment. What were we running short of? Nitrogen, noble gas, oxygen, rare metals. Hell, I don't even remember what the hell it was. Maybe a rare metal extractor. Let's do that. Ah, hold on a second. Metal mining base. Okay, That's what we're missing. We'll build a metal mining base, because apparently we're missing metals. But I don't know how to cancel a construction. That's one thing that I would really like to be able to see, is like, how do I cancel this? I know I can cancel these things, but it doesn't look like I can cancel these constructions once I've put them in here. They're just there. And so don't select anything unless you know 100% that you want it, because it costs resources and there's no way to cancel. I can't right click on it. And left clicking doesn't do anything. All right, so we're going to build our Stratos, and we're going to build some additional resources. Let's speed that up. Electric engines. Many other types of engines that can propel them. Electric engines utilize electromagnetic forces to accelerate noble gas, such as argon or xenon, to generate thrusts. They're many more times efficient than chemical. They're far weaker and thus unable to start from planets, moons without launch vehicles, and consume much rare noble gas. Okay, so these are good for if you're doing space-to-space travel, but no bueno if you are trying to launch from a surface. That's fine. Very cool, but we're not doing that now. No kidding, man. They need some bribes. It's like, we already started this project. You want us to stop? You're gonna have to pay us now. Alright, let's speed up time. I want this Stratos built before I forget what the hell I was doing. Facility construction completed. Good. Looks like we don't have any lack of human beings on Earth. Okay, there we go. Our metal is going up. Our rare earth metals are going up. We probably need a fuel facility on Earth at some point. But this is good, because we're getting metal again. And our Stratos construction is complete. So, let's plan our mission. It's, like I said, it's going to be a multi-hop mission here. So we're going to go Earth to Luna. We're going to take the Stratos. We are going to... Oh, we need a crew module, right? Crew compartment. Oh, it only has a crew of 5. We need to bring 10 people there. Well, that's no good. Okay, let's add the mining module, because we need that. And we'll add the construction module, the construction equipment. This is all going to be going to Mars after. We can also add some of the resources, the rare metals. We need to bring 10 tons of that. And the 20 tons of food. That's fine. The 90 tons, we'll have to get that. Well, hopefully it's on Luna. I think it's on Luna. Either way, if it's not on Luna, then we can just pick it back up from Earth orbit. We don't have to go back down onto... You know, it would probably make a lot more sense is build a space station around Luna and then just have resources being ferried up there, the fuel and such. But that's not for now. Okay, so we need to get 10 crew. And we can't because we don't have a crew compartment that can carry 10 people. So there's going to have to be a second trip. And we're not going to be able to carry the 90 tons. This is, I don't know. Because the problem now is that we're also going to run out of fuel once we get to Luna, now that I think about it. Because there's only 22 tons of fuel on Luna. This takes a little bit more planning. It's hard running a space program. Okay. I think what we need to do is check here. Improved crew capsule. Maybe we need to prioritize this. Space logistics ain't a walk in the park. No kidding. And I'm no NASA scientist, so... we have crewed flight. I think either we need an improved crew capsule, or there's a module that maybe we could build that would carry more. No, I'm pretty sure it's that one. I'm pretty sure it's the improved crew capsule, which will take a year. Okay, we're gonna cancel our nuclear fuel. Oh, I hate to cancel this one because it's already there. We'll just move this up in priority so that we can launch more. I think that's gonna be more people. I'm assuming. It doesn't specify, it just says crew compartment type S and type M and type L, so for sure that's gotta be... It says decreases the construction cost. So, hold up. Let's come back to Earth, and let's see what we have here. Crew compartment type S. So how do we build a crew compartment type M? Vehicle assembly. Launch Pro. Mobile habitat. No. So that's all we've got right here. It's just the crew compartment type S. 5. I think that's what it is. I think it's this one here. I think once we have that, once we have this one here, it does say decreases construction cost, unlock facility crew compartment type M. Okay, there it is. So yeah, we'll just speed up time and we'll unlock the medium crew compartment. Man, it's already 2030. 2030. Maybe we should have started research on this some time ago. Cyclical mission cannot be created, insufficient propellant. That's fine. Research completed. Okay. Okay. Now we can build... Where is it? There we go. 20 humans. Perfect. Let's build that. And we lack the following resources. Would you like to buy them? I'm missing the polymers and the alloys. Okay, so I guess we also need to build facilities to get polymer and alloy. That's a steel extractor. And polymers is polymer extractor, which we don't have. So we'll probably have to research that as well. So let's see. This is space alloys. Here's graphene. Increases production, unlocks nanotube cybernetics reflective material, requirements, spaceworthy fibers. This increases the production. What about the actual facilities to be able to do it? Machine learning, nanoprocessing, neural networks, boosts research speed, unlocks robotics and neural networks. All of this stuff looks really cool. I probably want to start thinking about that stuff later. Let's see here. Power. There's geothermal. There's wind. Launch facilities. Materials. You'd think it would be this here, but those don't look like the actual facilities for doing it. Space farming, expanded bioreactors, life support, terraforming, colony construction. Maybe it's this? Unlocks research. Unlock facility, alloy smelting, and glass kiln. Well, we already have that one. And this unlocks facility polymers production. So maybe it's something else. these are mines. Alloy smelting. Produces alloy from metal. Oh, okay. So here we go. Okay. So this is what we need. So polymers are produced from carbon. And alloy smelting is from metal. I don't know why we have to buy all of that. Seems like we don't have any metal left. I'm pretty sure that we have a mining module and we have a metal mining base. We do. All of this should be producing metal. Maybe it's just because all of this stuff... Yeah, okay, so we're producing metal. We got to build those facilities there. But now we have the crew capacity to be able to send that thing up. I would love to be able to send this mission in one shot with the 90 tons of metal, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we're going to deliver this stuff to orbit. That's done. Now we're producing polymers. Now we'll be producing alloys. Okay. Great. Let's plan our next mission. So we're going to go up to orbit first. And we're going to drop off the Mars mission resources. We're going to take our payload container. We are going to add 90 tons of metal. Do we have? No, we don't have the metal yet. I guess we're going to wait a few more cycles until we have the metal. Let's speed that up. Okay, no. Because now we're turning our metals into polymers. How do we turn that off? Okay, let's turn it off. And let's turn this one off. This is great to have it, but we're actually consuming our metals faster than we're producing them. And we need the metals if we're going to build the stuff. Micromanagement. I mean, we're not just running the space program. We are literally running the entire resources of the planet with this space program. Okay, and we'll we'll start researching something else in the meantime. Let's see, expanded cargo bays. No. I wanted to get over to nuclear power. Okay. There's a lot... This game goes a lot deeper than just running the space program. I mean, you're quite literally managing all of the resources of the planet simultaneously. Simultaneous to running your space program. Okay, so we've got nuclear power. That's great. Let's start researching... let's see, what can we do here? Super heavy launch? Sure. We can get the nuclear launch vehicles while we're waiting. We need a little bit more metal so we can launch all of this at the same time. I'm trying to maximize my launches because fuel seems to be an issue once you get into space, even though I should just bring some of that up into space. I've got 14 kilotons down here. Okay. There's our 100 tons of metal. Now we're good. Please remind me to set up a cyclical fuel into space mission. I think that would be really handy. So we're going to do Earth to Earth orbit. We're going to take an orbital payload container and we're going to deliver 90 tons of metal. No, we need more. As well as 10 tons of rare metals. We should have the 20 tons of supplies up there already. And we're going to deliver the mining module and the construction equipment up here. Mining module. and construction equipment. Okay. Let's bring some fuel up here as well. We'll bring as much as we can. We can bring 1,000 kilotons. Well, we don't have 1,000 kilotons. Let's bring 500. No, we can bring more than that. Let's bring 700 tons of fuel up. That's it. And we'll bring that on our Eagle. Oh no, we can't bring it. It's too heavy. It's we gotta remove 20 tons from here. Okay, now we'll use the Eagle launcher and bring that up into orbit. Perfect. Now, yeah, we still need 125 tons for our water ice extractor on the moon. Okay, so now we're going to bring our 10 people and we're going to bring our 125 tons of metal so that we can... Yeah, our lunar mission is... that was our cyclical mission over there that just resumed because now it actually had fuel to do that. So we need 125 tons of metal and we need 10 people on the moon to finish constructing our moon base. On Luna, we have the metal, so we can build that now. So we're going to build the water ice extractor. There we go. And then we're going to deliver the 10 people to the moon with a Stratos. So, let's bring the Stratos. We are going to add our medium crew compartment. And how do we add people? Do we have to add people? It says deliver 10 humans. Now if we put the crew compartment on here, what is that? How do we deliver 10 humans? Is it automatic that it's bringing the humans? Because the crew compartment is here. Module allowing for transportation of 20 humans, but it doesn't actually let us choose how many humans we want to bring. Supplies for 20 crew, 45 days. Is this it? Well, no, that's bringing 20 crew. 45 days does not seem like a lot, does it? Okay, I guess it's just bringing 20 crew. That's not what I wanted to do. I'd like to just bring 10. Hopefully that's good enough. Okay. I guess we'll find out if that actually works. I mean, it's going. Okay. We did. There's 20 people now on the moon. And, how's our water ice extractor doing? 27 days. I have 19.5 tons. I have a feeling that we're going to need to set up something to bring regular supplies over to our folks there, considering how quickly that is dropping down. They are consuming food like crazy. So, let's get rid of 10 people from Luna. We'll bring them to Earth orbit with us. We'll bring these guys to Earth orbit. All three of our Stratos are there now. Yeah, of course they are. So, Now here's the thing. I don't want to bring all 20 people. How do I just bring 10 of them? Oh, here. Okay, well, now it's giving me the option to do it. I didn't see that option before. Okay, so we bring 10 people. We'll bring a fuel, all the fuel we can. Because... Yep. We don't need a launch vehicle. You know what? We're just gonna bring them right back to Earth. Not to Earth orbit. Yeah, we're just gonna bring them right back to Earth. Because they don't need to be in orbit. Now at least I know that there is a way to change that back down to 10. A game for megalomaniacs? Something like that. I mean, it's fun. It is a lot of thinking, though. Holy crap! This game is okay. So it's kind of got like the planning and strategy and resource management and micromanagement of like a Civ type game or Sim City type game in some ways, but it's all space. The tutorial I found was really good, but it goes so much deeper than that, and the tutorial did not really explain like beyond just the first couple of basic missions. So now I'm left sort of figuring it out on my own, and it's cool. I like it. I thought there was going to be more visual and less menus, but I am spending a lot of time in the menus, which isn't a terrible thing, but, you know, probably could be better. Maybe more visual. All right, we're producing here. This is what was important. So our fuel refinery is now turning water into chemical fuel, but our ice extraction has 11 days left. Let's get that finished, because once that's extracted, I have a feeling that this fuel is going to start flying through the roof. Moonbase Alpha. Okay, there we got another 6.5 million, which is probably a good thing because we spent a lot of money. Required to unlock probing Lutetia, unlock contract research laboratories. Okay. Yeah, so they want us to build a research laboratory on Luna now. Now, the real question is, let's see, this water facility. Oh, we only have 1 of 5 people allocated over there. So there's 5 people in the fuel refinery. Where are the rest of our people? Oh, there's 4 allocated to the solar array. And only 1 of 5 allocated here. So we're at 100% capacity. We're producing 0.2 tons of water. I don't know how frequently that 0.2 tons comes out. I'm guessing that's per day? I don't know. Devs, if you watch this, maybe that's something that you can add in, is like how many units you're getting on a daily or monthly basis, so that we know what this 0.2 actually represents. Let's see. Watching water going up. It's not going up every day. Oh, maybe it is. It's 0.2 per day, so... Yeah, okay, so it's 0.2 per day. That's what it is. It's 0.2 tons per day, which means that our fuel should also be now going up. Let's see, 329, 330. Yeah, and our fuel processing is producing less fuel than it consumes, so we should be getting a net positive of water, and our fuel should go up at the same time. We're never going to actually fully consume that water. What we do need to do is set up a delivery system for supplies for these 10 people over here. And then we probably do need to bring more people over. So I'll bring some more people and some extra supplies. So those people and the new people and the existing people have food and they don't die. So let's do that. Let's set up a cyclical mission from Earth. Now, before we do that, actually, we need to make sure that we're actually producing supplies on Earth. So how do you produce supplies? Food, water, and air necessary for sustaining life on spacecraft. Okay, so we're producing 0 per day. Time until resources fully depleted, 13.6 years. 13.6 years, but over on Luna, meanwhile, we have 10 people, and their 16 tons apparently depletes in 23 months. I wonder how they calculated that. Right. We are not producing food over on Luna, and we are clearly not producing any on Earth. So we need a way to produce food on Earth. I see no way to produce food on Earth. Is that something in the research? Materials, alloys, graphene, solar sails, biotech, space farming. Okay, so there's a way to do space farming. Improved ration packing, decreases supplies consumption. I mean, that's a good one too, so let's start researching that. And then I guess eventually we're going to want to, since we're setting up facilities on the moon and then eventually on Mars, we're going to want to have some space farming and some hydroponics. That said, I don't really see anything on Earth that allows me to create more supplies. Even on Earth, it looks like we're consuming with 13.6 years and we are not producing any. I don't know, chat. Anyone here have got ideas on this? I'm definitely interested in hearing what you think I could be doing. I mean, it's Earth, right? We should be producing food. Nitrogen, noble gas, rare minerals, glass, hydrogen, polymer, steel extractor. So yeah, I don't know. I'm electrolysis, fuel refinery. I'm not seeing anything here for, yeah, I'm not seeing anything here for food. I mean, at least there's 13.6 years on Earth of food, but the 20 tons I gave him on the moon is not going to last that long. So, okay. We need to bring at least 4 more people over. So let's do that. We'll bring them over. we'll bring some extra food while we're at it. Luna. This was supposed to be a cyclical mission. Yeah, because I don't want to be bringing people back and forth yet. Okay, we just got to set up a food supply. I'll worry about the other people later. They're already consuming food at a pretty crazy rate. So let's just do Earth to there. This is disposable. We don't want that. We'll have to take the Stratos. We're going to be bringing supplies. It doesn't let me specify how much. I mean, I don't want to wait until the cargo is full, because that's just going to take all of my supplies from Earth. Let's just say fly with available cargo. And then from Luna, it doesn't even matter. I don't need to bring anything from Luna. We'll launch with the Falcon, because it's not that much. And it doesn't end. Oh, what's this? It ends... This is the start date? Maybe this is like when resources hit a certain amount. We could try that. Resource count 10. It's not specific here. I don't even know what this is. I'm assuming it means start when the resources are at 10, and maybe this is like an end date. End when they... Yeah, I don't know. Let's just do never. Okay, so we're bringing food to Luna. That's what we're doing. I have a feeling that this is just gonna, like, go back and forth. I guess we'll have to see. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it flies over to Luna. It drops it off. And then it's coming back. And now what? Now is it just gonna sit here? It took all the food resources, so now the people of Earth are dying, right? Okay, hold on. It's flying back. What has it got with it? Can we see what it's taking? How much food? How much food do you have? Maybe we have to look at Luna. Okay, Luna now has 39.8 tons of food. Okay, that's good for 4.6 years. I don't know how that happened, but you know what? Maybe we cancel this cyclical mission. Let's bring this one back to Earth so that the folks on Earth don't starve to death. Because I have a feeling this is bad. Everyone here is now, like, dying because we took all the food resources from Earth and brought it to the moon. All right, let's return this spacecraft back to Earth. Stop. We don't want to fly any more missions to Luna. Let's cancel this. Where is it now, though? It's still over there, isn't it? Okay. Good. It's back on Earth? Is it back on Earth? I think it is. No. There's the 2 Stratos and the 1 cyclical mission. Oh man, I don't know. The cyclical missions kind of messed me up because like it seems like they consume one of the vehicles. So we're gonna cancel this cyclical mission. They now have plenty of resources there. 39.5 tons. They have 4.5 years worth of food supplies. And the folks back home are all dying. There's no more crew allocated because apparently we can't produce any more food on Earth. We only had 39 tons of food. And so we're just going to stop producing? Is that basically what's happening? Like, does Earth not just generate its own food? What's this? Habitability. Supply consumption change is minus 99%. It's a value of combined effects of other parameters of the object and affect the rate of consumption of food. Change the terraforming parameters. Hold on a second. Temperature, composition, pressure, gravity, water. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so radiation. Distance, orbital, population, 9 million. Yeah, those 9 million people were apparently only consuming a few tens of tons. World government, Solex, NASA, ESA. Okay, what's this? Open air farm. Produces 0 food. Allocated crew 121. So this is where all the people are. I guess this is where we produce food from, but we're not producing anything. We have 16 million tons. We're producing less water than we consume every day. But here, we have supplies. But we're consuming more supplies than we're producing. Again, this is a bit of a resource issue that we're having on Earth right now. I'm not sure how to solve this. I feel like maybe I messed up bringing all 39 tons of food from Earth over to the moon. At least our moon colony is going to be perfectly fine. So we'll pretend like everything's cool, and we'll just keep going with what we're doing here. Research laboratory, yeah, I want to get to that research laboratory, but we were going to send the prep mission for human landing on Mars. So I guess the next thing we're going to do is bring our ship up into Earth orbit. We're going to bring the Stratos. We are going to, well, we're not bringing any resources up. I think everything is there in Earth orbit already. We got to check this, of course. Earth orbit. Okay, there's that, and that. Yes, everything we need is in Earth orbit already. So we don't need to bring anything. We're going to take the Falcon, and we're just going to send the Stratos up into space. It is now in space. Now we're going to plan our mission from Earth orbit to Mars. And we are going to take the Stratos along with... wait a second. No, it's not the Stratos. Because I won't be able to bring all of that. No, it's not the Stratos. We need to actually... Yeah. Okay. What we need to do is we need to get the delivery vehicle. The Iris. No, Iris only carries 20 tons. This is the one that carries tons, but it goes to orbit. So how exactly am I supposed to bring this? The Stratos doesn't bring enough of that, and if I do fly the Stratos over to Mars, I don't think it's going to have enough fuel to be able to return. Well, it's also not going to have enough cargo capacity because it needs to be able to carry all of this, and the Stratos only carries 100 tons. The orbital payload container carries 1,000, but it only carries it to orbit. Now, can that go to Mars orbit? Let's see. No. No, that's not going to work. So, maybe... Oh, yeah, well, we have the Hermes, but the Hermes is... We are definitely not building this thing yet. I mean, I know we researched it. Okay, we got 300 tons capacity on there. Or maybe we do. We send this to Mars orbit. This is our prep. They have a station waiting for them in Mars orbit. It's going to have the modules. And then we can fly a lander over there, grab it from orbit, and drop it down on the planet. And then our future colony on Mars will have a means of taking back off from the planet's surface. Kind of sounds right. Hopefully. I mean, I guess if we're gonna build this, it's gonna go to Mars. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's send this thing to Mars. Where is it? Did I hit build? Oh, hold on a second. I lack the following resources in Earth orbit. Oh, it has to be built in orbit. Okay, so then we're going to have to send this up into orbit. 60 tons, 20 tons, 25 tons, and 10. All right, so that's easy enough to do. Just have to remember what the hell it is, because it doesn't show it once I get here, does it? I'm going to have to write this down, because I can't keep this popped up somehow. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll take a picture. And now we'll do mission planning from Earth into Earth orbit. We're going to launch the orbital payload, and we are going to add. We are adding 100 tons. Oh, we don't even have that because our production is off. Our production's off because we don't have any food on Earth, apparently. And we don't have any food on Earth because we sent it all to the moon. And Earth is no longer making food. I mean, it wasn't making food before either, which doesn't make much sense. Can I buy food? Please? I'd like to buy some supplies. Supplies. Yes. I have to buy it from the agency. Okay, oh my god. Alright, well that's a lot. 1 ton for 757. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I don't want to buy the max. Let's buy 200 tons of food. That's better, right? Now we should have food. Is that what we just did? Yes, we have food. Okay. Where's the people? All right, we have food. We figured out how to get food. You just have to buy it from a different agency, apparently. You can't just have food on the planet. We have 190 people? Habitat spaces? 0 of them are working because they need supplies. Okay, so let's go a day and let's see if they come back to work. Cancel the mission planning. Okay, they're back to work. We're good. We're good. Everyone's working again. Let's bring this facility back online. All right. Baby steps, folks. Baby steps. All right. We're back online. Now we figured out where the food comes from. Now we're producing all of the stuff we need there. Our improved ration packing is good. We're still researching. Oh man, I feel like we made some progress here. Let me get back to my picture of the resources that we need. Where's the resources we need? We need research complete on biotech. So we need 100 tons of alloy. That's going to take a little while. And our research is complete, so we can now go back to this. What's this? STO unlocks crew compartment. Okay, type large. We don't need that. Improve atmosphere recycling. No. We want to start doing some space farming research. Let's research that. Bioreactors probably useful. Expanded cargo bays probably also very useful because we keep having cargo issues. And what's the Selene? Moving probes and small cargo to distant objects. Yeah, may as well. It's 30 days here. We can bump you up, and then we'll do space farming next. Okay. That's a good research tree. In terms of our resources now, we need 100 alloys to build the spacecraft that we want. Okay, the Selene is constructed. Let's see what that actually looks like. Selene carries 10 tons. Oh, and it runs on noble gas. Okay, so I should have read that. That would probably make sense. That's going up. Luna is down to 31 tons, so they still have 4 years of supplies over there. Okay. We're making progress. I think what we'll do, since now I don't have to worry about Earth starving to death, which is a really nice thing, I think what we're going to do is we'll start just slowly delivering these things. I wanted to do it all in one shot, but apparently that's just not going to happen. So let's go... Do we have a spaceship in Earth orbit right now that we can send to Mars? We do. We have a Stratos in Earth orbit. Do we have the resources? We do. Okay. So we can bring the mining module. We could bring the construction equipment. We're going to have to think about fuel. Maybe bringing a little bit of extra fuel with us. Let's bring the rare metals. We only need 10 tons of that. And let's bring the food. This is all prepared in advance, 20 tons. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to bring as much... Well, we need fuel probably for the return trip, because this is reusable. I don't know if 50 tons is going to be enough. Yeah, okay, we'll bring fuel. We'll come back for the metal later, or yeah, I guess we'll have to see. There's probably like the hypothetical might make more sense. We'll do an optimal. So when is this going to launch? 2035, May 24th. Okay, that's in a couple of months. That's fine. All right. We are off to colonize Mars, folks. Hello again, Aquatic Borealis. Thanks for jumping back into the stream over and over. Really appreciate you. All right. We have a Mars mission that's going to launch shortly. Let's set that up. We'll speed up the time here a little bit. There's our Mars mission is launching now. Great. That's off. We've researched space farming. And now we're researching expanded cargo base. Okay. While the space farming is going, the mission to Mars is underway. We need... You know what? I'm very curious what we do with these. I have no idea what we do with these. There was no tutorial on these asteroids. Carbon deposit, unknown resource, send a probe. Huh. Maybe we should be sending probes to these different resources. Okay, let's do one of these, because why not, right? I mean, this is another aspect of the game. We should check this out. Let's build ourselves a probe. Let's build 2 probes. Yeah, let's build 3 probes, because we have a bunch of asteroids that we've detected with our space telescope, and I'm kind of curious. I mean, that's like your exploration right there. So while our mission to Mars is on its way, we'll build a couple of probes. We also need to plan a mission with the Selene. We're not going to do that now. To Jupiter. Immediately plan the next mission to Pluto using gravity assist. Okay, we'll figure that out in a second. We're going to send a probe to Leda 38. No, we're going to go from Earth to Leda. That's not showing up there. Okay, so that's not showing up. That's not showing up. Do I have to like favorite it or something? Favorite? No. Okay. Well, I guess we could do this. There was also, when I clicked on planned missions. Yeah, okay. That's a weird way of doing it, but that works, I suppose. So Earth to Leda 38. We're going to take the Iris. We're going to add a probe. And then we just need a Falcon. Send that optimal. The spacer. Oh, it can't carry enough propellant for that journey. Oh my god, it needs 284 tons of propellant. Okay, so clearly not the best one. Is it the Eagle then? No, it's this vehicle here. It's the Iris doesn't have enough fuel. Okay, so we don't have a spacecraft that is capable of getting to the asteroid belt yet, unless it's the Selene. But the Selene it carries 10... Oh, that's the propellant, is 10 tons. What's the cargo capacity on this thing? It's 5 tons. And a probe is 1. Okay, so we need a Selene. That's what we're missing. So let's build a Selene. Our supplies have arrived at Mars, so that's good. Okay, there's our Selene. So now we should be able to plan a mission here from Earth. And we're going to take the Selene. We're going to add the probe. We'll take the Falcon. Yeah, there we go. That's going to launch next year. Okay, wow. So these are missions you got to prepare well in advance. My space game recommendations these days, very rarely, past couple of years you're playing Elite. Well, I did start playing Elite Dangerous again, just in the past few weeks, and I've been enjoying the exploration. The biological scanning data has been a lot of fun for me, and just having another reason to go out and explore aside from just, you know, pinging planets and scanning planet surfaces. Now you can actually go down and look for biologicals that pay really, really well. Star Citizen, well, I mean, you already know my thoughts on that, so I'm not going to recommend Star Citizen. Although, you know, like Commander Scorpius does say that playing with friends makes it a lot more fun. I watched him stream the other day, and he was playing with a few folks, and they were flying in some really big ship that I think they paid real money for. Not necessarily my idea of fun, paying, you know, hundreds of dollars for a spaceship in a game that's super buggy like that. And apparently they still have lots of problems with bugs even when they're playing in a group, but it does look more fun. I tried Jump Space the other day. That was fun. Played with Jen and Greytest. So Jump Space is kind of like a fun co-op space game. No Man's Sky, Pete's saying. Yeah, I've played No Man's Sky a fair bit. I do jump back periodically to go check out the new seasons, or whatever they call that, expeditions that they keep launching. Although I haven't checked out the last two. I will say it's still a fun game. But that's kind of my go-tos, mainly for space games right now. I had taken a break. I was playing Diablo and Path of Exile for like the past year when I was off stream. So yeah, there's that. And this game, man, I gotta tell you, I could see myself playing this game. This is the type of game that there's a lot to manage, but and we've barely scratched the surface of this right now. In fact, this is probably a good time to kind of take a pause and talk about what I think so far of the game, because I'm probably just going to stream for another 10 minutes here. I could see myself playing this, and I mean, like, at no point during this playthrough so far have I felt like frustrated. It doesn't necessarily tell you where everything is, and you know, this is like an alpha right now, or a beta, I guess. It's not the early access version. The early access version has not been released yet. So they did tell me that it was much more polished than the version that we're playing here. I imagine that they've probably added in some additional tool tips and you know, probably some you know, expanded gameplay. Maybe it's a little clearer in terms of what goes where. But as far as like the overall feeling of the game, you know, the resource management, the micromanagement of all of your flights, they could do a little bit better with that. I think it would make sense if it was a bit clearer, like maybe in the missions here, in the missions that I have ongoing, if I could click on it and just, like, I don't know, have the option to zoom in on it from here. I can't seem to do that. Like, I can't just get to it from here. That would be nice. A bit more information as to what's going on in it, and maybe just the ability to edit it right from this page would be nice. That could all be stuff that they're adding in. I have no idea. I did feel like I lost a couple of ships, and like, yeah, I can click on Luna, and I can click on Earth, and I can click on Earth orbit, so I can see some stuff there, but I'd love to see like a visual of what's in orbit and actually be able to zoom in on that. That's something that I thought was going to be there instead of just like a little menu. So there may be a way to do that I just haven't found yet. But regardless, I could see, like, as I'm starting to grow my colonies and as I'm managing the resources a little bit more, I could see this being a lot of fun, especially once you've like sent probes out and started bringing resources in and colonizing other planets and terraforming, which is something that obviously we did not even get close to getting to today. There's terraforming in this game, and it looks like there's resources for everything, so I would assume that at some point you could terraform and colonize all the planets in the solar system, and then, although I haven't seen it, and again, nowhere near getting close to it, you would eventually be able to exit the solar system and go to other stars and colonize those. I believe that's the whole point. And I mean, when I think of like my time playing Kerbal, where, you know, you have multiple missions going on at the same time, and you've got Kerbals in space, you've got Kerbals on the moon, you've got Kerbals on each one of the different planets, and you're building stations on there. Okay, you don't have that visual element. Like, you don't have the, hey, I'm down on the planet, I'm assembling these little pieces all together, and there's my station, and I can go and look at it. But you have the same kind of feeling, like, okay, I know I have a station on Earth, or on the moon. I can see all the modules here. If they maybe upgraded or updated the visual element of that and maybe added like a little 3D model, I think that would be kind of cool. But even without it, just like seeing my facilities grow and knowing that the moon is starting to be much more developed is kind of cool. In the gameplay or the trailer video, which I'd love to share with you right here, but I don't have it pulled up. You go watch on Steam and go check out their trailer video. They do show kind of like what terraforming looks like, and they're literally smashing asteroids into Mars. So that seems to be a thing. Like, that's one type of terraforming. I don't know if there's other forms of terraforming where you like install terraforming facilities and you're terraforming from the ground up. But the one that they showed in the video was like dropping asteroids and comets and stuff onto the planet to like add water to it, and over time the entire planet starts to take shape and you start to see like atmosphere developing. That appeals to me. And I saw that trailer a few days ago before I reached out to them, and my curiosity was piqued. I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. Like, this is something that I think could be a lot of fun. And here I am playing for the last 2.5 hours, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of learning. It's not a simple game. Lots of stuff to manage and figure out, and yeah, maybe there's a few little quirks and bugs in it, but all in all, it's fun. I don't know how it is for streaming. I don't know from an audience perspective whether or not this is something that is enjoyable to view as someone's building out. Maybe, you know, I'm still kind of like tripping over what I'm doing here and screwing up and figuring out, hey, did I do this right? Or, you know, should I have sent that ship? And just like too much planning. And I think maybe if I understood the game more and had, you know, better muscle memory of where everything was and the systems within the game, maybe it would be a little bit more fun. You know, once you've colonized a few planets and you're micromanaging that and you're building spacecraft and sending them all off, I bet you this whole solar system view would look awesome with stuff just flying around. I'm curious if you could like go check out like the comet over there. And so maybe there is some elements of, you know, streamer capability that would make this game a fun game to watch. But it's chill. It's pretty chill. It's very spacey. science behind it, I don't know so much. I mean, there's some scientific elements with the orbital planning and the pork chop chart, which I guess is a real thing. But yeah, no qualms about it so far. And I think we'll wrap up here. So this was just a first look at Solar Expanse. If you're watching this post and you enjoyed the stream, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel and turn on your notifications. There's my gratuitous self-promotion there, of course. And if Solar Expanse looks like something that you would enjoy playing, then you can support the devs right now. There's a couple ways that you could jump in and check this out yourself if you want to get early access. The game's heading into early access on the 9th of April. So and it's going to be available through Steam, but I think you can go to their website now and get on with one of the supporter packs to be able to get access to the build that I'm playing right here. And that's through their official website, so you can purchase a supporter pack. It's not expensive either. I don't know what the actual pricing is. I think it's like either $15 or $19. Don't quote me on that. Just go check it out on their website. But that would give you immediate access to the alpha version that you've been watching me play on stream. And yeah, I think if you're deep into space sims and strategy type games and you like this kind of micromanagement and eventually having colonies on all the different planets and then expanding and continuing to grow your space empire, it's definitely worth checking it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. I want to say thanks to everyone who joined in on stream. Really appreciate you all joining me and watching me click a bunch of buttons in this new space sim strategy exploration type game. I found it fun, and I'll probably play this a little bit more off stream. If you want to watch me play it on stream again, I could probably set up some time for that. Let me know in the comments, leave a message to me, and we'll do that. But otherwise, I think that's going to be a wrap for today. So, ladies, gentlemen, thanks for joining. This is Commander Josh Hawkins signing off.